Imagine stepping onto your porch one morning, expecting a routine delivery, only to find a package that wasn't meant for you, one that holds a secret so terrifying it turns your life upside down. Welcome to Shocking Stories, where we uncover the chilling truths hiding in the most unexpected places. Today, we're diving into a story about a woman whose mysterious delivery led her to a deadly mystery tied to her quiet neighborhood. Ever think a package could change everything? Buckle up, because this tale will make you rethink what's left at your door. Let's dive in. Jenna Harper was a 33-year-old freelance writer living in a cozy bungalow in Seattle, Washington, about 5 miles from the bustling Pike Place Market. Her Capitol Hill neighborhood was safe, with tree-lined streets and friendly neighbors who waved from their porches. One rainy October morning, Jenna found a small, unmarked package on her front porch. No label or return address, just her name scrawled in black marker. Assuming it was a misdelivery, she brought it inside, setting it on her kitchen counter. But when she opened it, her heart stopped. Inside was a bloody kitchen knife wrapped in plastic, a Polaroid of a dark alley, and a crumpled note that read, "You're next." What would you do if you opened a package like this? Jenna's hands shook as she called her friend Mia, a paralegal who lived 3 miles away in Fremont. Mia rushed over, urging Jenna to call the police. "Don't touch anything else," Mia said, eyeing the knife. Jenna hesitated, reporting it felt like inviting trouble, but she called 911. A detective, Sarah Nguyen, arrived within the hour, bagging the items as evidence. Nguyen asked if Jenna had enemies or recent conflicts, but Jenna's life was quiet. No exes, no feuds. The detective noted the knife's blood was likely animal, but the note was a clear threat. "Stay vigilant," Nguyen warned, leaving Jenna with a sinking feeling. She couldn't shake the Polaroid's image, a narrow alley that looked familiar, maybe local. That night, Jenna searched online for similar incidents in Seattle, finding a 2018 article about a missing neighbor, Claire Thompson, who'd lived 200 feet down the street. Claire, a 29-year-old nurse, vanished after reporting strange deliveries to her home, including a knife and a note. The case was unsolved, part of a string of disappearances in the Puget Sound area. Jenna's stomach churned. Her package matched Claire's. She walked to Claire's old house, now vacant, noticing its porch was identical to hers. Had the package been meant for Claire's address? Jenna confided in Mia, who suggested hiring a private investigator. Jenna contacted Alex, a PI based 10 miles away in Bellevue, who specialized in cold cases. Ever feel like a random delivery could pull you into a nightmare? Let's see what Jenna uncovers. Alex agreed to investigate, starting with Claire's case file. He found police reports mentioning a suspect, a man seen near Claire's house, but no arrests were made. Alex also traced the Polaroid's alley to a spot 2 miles away in Pioneer Square, a gritty area known for late-night crowds. Jenna's heart raced. Why was the photo included? She and Mia drove to the alley, parking 100 feet away. The narrow passage reeked of garbage, but Jenna spotted graffiti matching the Polaroid's background. As they left, a man in a hoodie watched from across the street, his face hidden. Jenna's phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Wrong porch, right target." Her blood ran cold. Someone knew she'd opened the package. You ever feel like you've stumbled into a trap where every step pulls you deeper into danger? That's where Jenna was, staring at a threatening text, realizing the bloody knife on her porch wasn't a mistake. It was meant to scare her. A package tied to a missing neighbor and a cryptic photo had turned her safe home into a target. Welcome back to Shocking Stories, where we're unraveling a Seattle mystery that's only getting darker. Ready to dive deeper? Because this story's about to take a heart-pounding turn. What would you do if you were marked by a killer? Jenna's first move was to dig into Claire Thompson's disappearance. Alex pulled public records, finding Claire had reported harassment weeks before vanishing. Strange calls, footsteps outside her house, and that eerie package. The police had suspected a stalker, but lacked evidence. Alex also uncovered a pattern. 3 other women in Seattle had disappeared between 2016 and 2019, all receiving similar packages with knives and notes. None of the cases were solved, and the suspect, described as a white male in his 40s, was never identified. Jenna's heart sank. Was she next on this list? She installed a security camera on her porch, 10 feet from her front door, hoping to catch the sender. Alex suggested checking Claire's old social media, which Jenna accessed via a public memorial page. A post from 2018 mentioned Claire's neighbor, Eric Lang, a reclusive handyman who'd lived 50 feet from Claire's house, across from Jenna's. Eric had moved away after Claire's disappearance, but his name sparked a memory. Jenna had seen an E. Lang on an old utility bill in her mailbox when she moved in. She searched online, finding a 2019 article about Eric, questioned in Claire's case, but released due to lack of evidence. A grainy photo showed a man with the same build as the hoodie-wearing figure from the alley. Jenna's pulse quickened. Was Eric back? Jenna and Alex staked out Eric's old house, now rented, parking 150 feet away. They saw no sign of him, but a neighbor mentioned Eric had been odd, often seen in his backyard at night, digging. Jenna's mind raced. Digging for what? She and Alex sneaked into the backyard, 50 feet from her own, finding a patch of disturbed soil under a tree. They dug, uncovering a metal box containing a woman's bracelet and a note. "Claire, you should have listened." Jenna's hands shook. She'd found proof Eric was involved. As they left, headlights flashed. A car slowed 200 feet away, then sped off. Jenna's phone buzzed again. "You're closer than you think." Was Eric watching her? Jenna took the box to Detective Nguyen, who confirmed the bracelet was Claire's, reported missing with her. The note's handwriting matched the one in Jenna's package, linking Eric to both cases. Nguyen issued a warrant for Eric Lang, now 45, believed to be in Seattle under an alias. Jenna's fear grew. She felt exposed in her own home. Alex traced Eric's last known address to a motel 7 miles away in Renton, and Jenna insisted on going, desperate for answers. At the motel, they saw a man matching Eric's description enter room 12, carrying a duffel bag. Jenna's heart pounded. As they watched from their car, 100 feet away, Eric looked right at them, his eyes cold. Ever feel like you're face to face with a predator? Let's see what happens when Jenna pushes too far. You ever feel like you're running from a shadow that knows your every move? That's where Jenna was, staring into the eyes of a man who might be a killer, with a package that marked her as his next target, a bloody knife, a missing neighbor, and a trail of unsolved crimes. Her life depended on staying one step ahead. Welcome back to Shocking Stories, where we're about to uncover the final twist in a tale that turned a delivery into a fight for survival. Ready for the shock of a lifetime? Because this one's going to hit you hard. What would you do if you were hunted by someone so close? Jenna and Alex sped away from the motel, calling Nguyen to report Eric's location. The police raided room 12, but Eric had vanished, leaving behind a burner phone and a map of Jenna's neighborhood, her house circled in red. Jenna's stomach churned. Eric wasn't just watching, he was planning. Nguyen, moved Jenna to a safe house 20 miles away in Tacoma, but she couldn't shake the feeling he was near. Alex dug into Eric's past, finding he'd worked as a delivery driver in 2018, giving him access to Claire's address and Jenna's. The twist? Eric was Jenna's landlord, using a shell company to own her bungalow, living 50 feet away in Claire's old house under a new name, Mark Ellis. Jenna's world collapsed. Her neighbor, the quiet man who'd fixed her fence, was the sender. And Gwen confirmed Mark Ellis was Eric's alias, his DNA matching traces on Claire's bracelet. Eric had targeted Jenna because she resembled Claire, a fixation fueled by his obsession with control. Jenna remembered small clues: Eric's late-night repairs, his questions about her writing. She'd been living next to a predator, and Gwen planned a sting at Jenna's house using a decoy, but Jenna insisted on returning, needing to face him. At 2 a.m., she waited in her living room, police hidden 100 feet away, her security camera live. Eric broke in through the back door, 15 feet from Jenna, holding a knife. "You opened my gift," he hissed, lunging. Jenna dodged, screaming, as police stormed in, tackling him. Eric fought, slashing an officer's arm, but was subdued. In his pocket was a new note: "Jenna, you were perfect." The police searched his house, finding a hidden room with photos of Claire, Jenna, and other women, confirming he'd killed at least 3. Eric confessed to Claire's murder, her body buried 10 miles away in Green Lake Park. He'd sent the package to Jenna's porch to test her, believing she'd ignore it. Jenna's curiosity had saved her and exposed him. Jenna moved 200 miles to Portland, Oregon, unable to stay in Seattle. Her bungalow was sold, and Eric was sentenced to life for multiple murders. The worst part? His hidden room had a map with other circled addresses, hinting at more targets. Jenna checks her porch daily, fearing another package. So, here's the question. Could you open a strange delivery after this? This is Shocking Stories, and we're just getting started. Hit that like button if this gave you chills, and subscribe for more heart-pounding tales. Comment below, what would you do if a package like this arrived? Share this video, because sometimes the scariest truths come in a cardboard box.